you step away from accounting?
Moved really far away from accounting. Like I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth around it, and I wanted to kind of move as far away from it as possible. So I went to Episcopal, and then I went to Loyola in Maryland, played soccer there, and then, so I studied accounting in college, obviously, and I wanted to do something that was essentially kind of had an automatic job after college as kind of a, I don't know, I guess like a linear thinker, and accounting was one of the fields that I felt, could have a solid career, didn't have to do more schooling, and joined what was the 5th biggest CPA firm at the time, called RSM. Did a couple years and just honestly didn't like it. I didn't love the billable hour component of it. Ultimately felt like kind of a cog in the wheel almost.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to do something more exciting, and software at the time was kind of blowing up, and so I've decided I wanted to pivot my career into that field. Spent about a decade in the software world. So I actually started my own company with a friend from college, went through all the highs and lows of a startup, and ended up selling it to a company up in New York. So I stayed with that company for about 5 years as a product manager, working on new product initiatives mainly. And then throughout that time, I really had the itch to start my own thing again, kind of was able to see what like a big software company deals with, and I really wanted to use like my unique experiences to, start my own company, and thought through many ideas over the years. And finally, actually, when I had my first son in May of last year, really thought through like what's next, and decided like the best thing I can do is bring my experience as a CPA and match with my experience in software. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of like where Segtax started.
So you were in college. You decided in college you wanted to do something accounting related to accounting?
So I wanted to major in something where I knew I kind of...
Just like there was a job waiting.
There was a job waiting, exactly, yeah.
Was there any influence, like did someone tell you, hey, you need to do accounting, like this is where there's always going to be a job waiting for you? Or is that just the writing on the wall that you saw?
Yeah, I think, my father was a physician, and they, I think my parents wanted me to do something where, it was a professional type job, right. And I didn't want to do something like, I was first of all horrible at science, so that was not in the cards for me. And then I didn't want to do like law because I didn't want to do 4 more years of school. So that's kind of like the next option.
Right.
I felt like,
Then you went into the accounting world, and it just wasn't for you, like billing your hours and stuff like that. And then you went into to develop software. Where did that idea come from?
That's a great question. I think, it's funny enough. Like at the time, like Shark Tank was a big thing. So I was like watching that and the entrepreneurial stuff. And then, I think just kind of had a fascination with these companies that were being built by, people in their 20s that were, having these pretty insane growth curves. And I just like the idea. So seeing my father growing up, he was a physician in a small town. So he was like kind of the community doctor. Like we'd go out to dinner and 1 million people would come up to us and say hello, which was awesome. But I also saw how hard he worked, and he's literally trading his time for money, essentially.
Yep.
And same is true when I started my career in accounting, was you're trading your time for money. So software is what I saw as kind of the play where you could really scale. I think there's a couple of opportunities where you can do that. One is real estate, where you're earning wealth over time, not trading. It's like a lot of times it's passive.
Right.
A lot of times it's not. But so that, investing in the stock market, and then building software companies, and just building companies in general, where you're able to leverage more than just yourself, I guess.
Right. Was your software accounting related? Was that company accounting?
No.
Or did you step
I actually
away from accounting?
moved really far away from accounting. Like I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth around it, and I wanted to kind of move as far away from it as possible.